Welcome back to another episode of the Ark Switch Survival Guide. Today we are going to teach you all about the Oviraptor, which is a really unique little dinosaur that actually increases the rate at which your dinosaurs lay eggs and poop, which gives you a lot more fertilizer and more helpful eggs. But it's really difficult to tame an Oviraptor, and you should not even attempt to tame one unless you have 30 to 50 eggs saved up in your inventory. Now we happen to have that, so we're going to show you today some good techniques to make it much easier to tame an Oviraptor. And I wasn't planning on taming an Oviraptor this soon, but we just happened to spot a perfect level 1 Oviraptor while we were taming the Brontosaurus for the Bob Ross painting. So before we show you how to tame an Oviraptor, we actually need to teach you where to find an Oviraptor. And this is a spawn map of the island, which is the entire Ark Switch map. And you can see here that most of these tiles, all the colored tiles, are where Oviraptors can spawn, and they're most commonly found on the coasts of the island. But they're all orange or light orange, which means they're a rare chance for them to spawn there. But these green tiles mean that it's a very good chance for an Oviraptor to spawn right here. And this happens to be exactly where we found ours. And you can see the latitude and longitude at the bottom of the screen here when I mouse over it. So while we were taming the Brontosaurus that we used as a canvas to attempt a Bob Ross painting on a dinosaur on Ark, which by the way was a really interesting video, I can put a link in the description, we ran into this little Oviraptor here. And while I was taming the Brontosaurus, I went ahead and tried to tame this little Oviraptor too. So you can use the bottom left trigger to tell your Pteranodon to pick up a really small dinosaur like an Oviraptor, which makes it really easy to get him into a taming pen. So we just picked this little guy up, and I'm just going to fly him back to our floating fortress, and the front courtyard serves as a dinosaur transport or a mobile taming pen. So we're just going to drop this little Oviraptor down into the taming pen to make it really easy to catch him. Now normally I will tap the bottom left trigger again when I'm over the pen to just drop him down into it, but I decided to fly down and use the walls to push him off and get him into the courtyard. And there you go, we've got our little Oviraptor here. Now, Oviraptors are really skittish. If they even see you, they'll start running around like crazy dinos, and they're really hard to catch. So you either need to hit them with a bola while you knock them out, or you can do what I do and just carry them off and drop them into a place where they can't escape. So I ran off to feed my Brontosaurus during this whole tame. I'm actually taming both dinosaurs at exactly the same time because I love doing double tames on Ark. And you can see this guy's running around like a crazy little dino, but since he's trapped inside this courtyard, he's not going to make it very far. And normally I would hit him with a bola, but I'm going to try to save the bola because he's totally harmless. He won't hurt you at all. So I'm just going to pop down here with him after I eat a little snack and see if I can just get him to run into a corner. And if he runs into a corner, I can just shoot him with arrows. Now he's really hard to hit because he runs around like a lunatic. You know, you just want to punch him sometimes. But I keep switching back and forth between deciding if I want to waste a bola just to make sure I don't use up too many trank arrows. But there we go. We got him pretty well stuck at this point. We just had to move close to the wall. And I'm going to try to shoot him in the butt because they have very low health. You've got to be really careful you don't kill an Oviraptor while you tame them. Now, once again, if you missed it before, do not even start trying to tame an Oviraptor unless you have, like, usually I would recommend at least like 50 eggs. So I've got a variety of eggs and I'm going to drop into his inventory, and the bigger the egg, the more taming effectiveness it has. So if I had some Brontosaur eggs, he would tame up a lot faster than feeding him a bunch of dodo eggs. But I've got a whole lot of eggs that I've been gathering throughout this entire game, and you probably didn't see me do it because I didn't usually record it, but anytime I saw a Parasaur or a Pteranodon egg dropped on Herbivore Island, anything that wouldn't come and kill me, I've just been collecting all of their eggs throughout this entire game, and I've got about 40 eggs saved up, which should be enough to tame this guy. I just have to go back in and find them somewhere within all of my stuff. So I'll I'll do that. And skipping way forward, we've been taming the Brontosaurus at the same time and just kind of going back and forth between the two. But he is just leveling up really fast, eating all of these eggs that we've given him. And he should be taming up pretty soon. So we got that Brontosaurus tamed up nicely, and as you can see, his unconscious bar is going down very slowly because he is only a level 1. Now that's another important thing. Don't try to tame an Oviraptor that's a high level. Try to find one that's like between 1 and 5. So there we go. He finally tamed up. And now that he is tame, he will eat regular meat instead of eggs. You only need the eggs for taming. So once again, collect eggs throughout the whole game, and when you've got a good stack of 40 to 50 of them, that's what you want to use to actually tame one of these guys. So let me wake up my Plant Species X turrets now that I've got this guy safely tamed, and we'll jump forward again. So in order to activate the Oviraptor egg-laying buff, you actually have to have it on Wander. And normally I will load it up so heavy with rocks and wood and stuff like that that it's too heavy to move, and that keeps it from running around like crazy, which is really annoying. And once it's on Wander, you'll notice that all of my dinosaurs have this little egg icon above their heads, which is the Oviraptor egg-laying boost. Now what that buff does is it increases the rate at which they will lay an egg, so all of the female dinosaurs will lay an egg or poop 30% faster, and all the male dinosaurs will poop 30% faster, which is great because that's going to give me a very good supply of manure, which I can use as ammunition for my Plant Species X turrets that are protecting this raft, and it will also increase the rate at which we get eggs, which is great because these Hesperornis here are producing eggs that can be cooked for oil. So we should have a pretty good egg production now. And another thing to remember is if we get a mate boost on a dinosaur, like if we brought a male Hesperornis here, it would actually double the rate at which they lay eggs. So I am keeping an eye out for a male Hesperornis too. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, remember we have a challenge to reach 1,000 subscribers on this channel, and once we do, which should hopefully come soon, then my wife has agreed to join me as a special guest on this channel to do some cooperative Ark with me, and believe me, that will be well worth it, so be sure to look forward to that, and if you have not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be notified when the next episode comes out, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching this video from the Ark Survival Guide. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more great guides like this one. Ark is an amazing game, but there is so much to learn before you can really enjoy it. We are dedicated to bringing you high-quality guides, tutorials, and Let's Play videos that are fun, helpful, clean, and suitable for the entire family. There's a tutorial in this series for everything we have done so far in this video. Check out these playlists for more episodes from this series and other guides to help you enjoy your journey on Ark.